guys, so it's the morning of day 5 and I just wanted to give you some updates about my progress thus far. So yesterday morning I woke up and I noticed that a lot of inflammation was gone throughout my whole body. In my shoulder in particular, the night before I had slept, and it was really painful because, as I said, when the inflammation goes down, you can feel the bone on bone in an arthritic situation. But by the afternoon, I was able to do something with my arm I was not able to do 4 days ago before that. And that is lift it straight up over my head all the way without having to stop along the way. And that I haven't been able to do for quite some time. So that's a pretty big victory for me. But the big news of the day, the shocking surprise for me, the one I did not expect to see at all at this early of the game, was a significant improvement in my parosmia symptoms. So parosmia, as I mentioned in my first video, is the distorted sense of smell and taste that can happen after a traumatic brain injury, infections, in my case after COVID. I've had it for a year, almost exactly a year, and although there have been improvements along the way, there's been nothing. There are still major lingering issues. So to describe what things smell like when you have parosmia is extremely difficult. I'm now part of a Facebook support group for people with parosmia because though it was not widely studied prior to COVID, it did exist, but now there are quite a lot of people who are affected by it. Things smell bad. They smell really bad. And it's not like you can take some kind of descriptor from your life in the past and say, oh, onions now smell like this, or chicken now smells like that. The smell that you actually experience is something your brain has never recognized in the entirety of your existence. So to me, the major offensive smells have been things that I love to eat: garlic, onions, roasted food, bell peppers were really bad for me. Exhaust, gasoline, nothing smells normal at all. And it hasn't, as I said, for a year. But yesterday, as I ran out to get eggs for my family who ate 90 eggs in 4 days, I'm not exaggerating, 90 eggs in 4 days. When I ran out to get eggs for them in the evening, I smelled exhaust for the first time in a year, and it smelled like exhaust. And then last night, after my bath, I ran downstairs and Auden was cooking garlic shrimp, and I smelled the most amazing smell: roasted garlic. And it smelled just like roasted garlic. So I really am shocked by this early on. I don't know how long it will stick, because sometimes with the healing of parosmia, fasting or not, there's a brief period of smelling things as they're supposed to, and then it goes away. But I literally have not smelled these things at all in this past year. So I'm excited. I'm taking it as a win.
Day 5's official weight check-in, and I have decided to wear socks to spare you the horror of my feet. I think I'll be getting a pedicure for some of my self-care soon. So I've just arrived at the hospital because today I have an ultrasound for an angiomyolipoma. I think that's what it's called. I might have it wrong. I'll correct it if I do. It is a small benign kidney tumor that I've had for a few years now, and I just get it checked out every now and then just to make sure there's no growth changes or anything weird happening. And ironically, I had to fast for this ultrasound. So the difference is I had to dry fast, so no water. And boy, do I notice the difference when I don't have water in my body. I'm hungry this morning, significantly. So people who dry fast, my hat goes off to you. That is some serious dedication and willpower that I have not prepared myself for. I'll make it through this morning, but I'll be drinking quite a bit of water as soon as it's done. So I mentioned that part of this fast I wanted to do some art, and I really kind of misspoke there. It's more that I want to do some like crafts and easy ones. So Devin and I have the same phone and the same phone case, which, as you may imagine, can sometimes cause a few confusions and problems. He left the house the other day with both phones. Anyway, he's been talking about how he needs to paint his phone case. So I figured I'd just take matters into my own hands. And that's what I'm going to do today. This is the case. We have the same one. He doesn't know I'm doing this, so I just use mine and we'll just swap it out. I'm going to do a little Mod Podge craft because I keep saying Mod Podge and I'm getting it wrong. Basically, we're going to make a glitter phone case for him. A nice pink sparkly glitter phone case. So here we go. Ooh, that's messy. So I saw this on a DIY 50 adult craft options and it looks really simple. So hopefully it's going to be exactly that. The first step is to cover the phone case in a layer of the glue. How are you supposed to not glue your fingers in this? Uh-oh. I don't think I was supposed to cover the buttons. Too late! So there you can see it is covered in a thin layer of the Mod Podge glue. And now what we're going to do is sprinkle a layer of sparkles all over it. I really should have brought something to clean my hands with. So we're going to put the pink sparkles on, and I have parchment paper to cover the work surface and collect any stray little sparkles that get away. Ooh. And then once it's all covered, we're going to let it sit, and then we'll do another layer. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, whoops. Look, isn't it pretty? Now we let this sit for 2 minutes and do another coat, exactly the same as the first. Okay, the 2 minutes are up, so it's time for round two, but look how pretty it is. I figured out if I actually hold it through the camera rectangle thing, it works a lot better. Round two. I do believe I should have made a separate container for the Mod Podge because I am getting pink glitter in the glue. I am dripping glue everywhere. One of the reasons I wanted to do a little bit of crafting while I'm doing this fast is because I'm trying to take a bit of a fast from the biggest disease we have in this world, our constant use of electronics and technology. That being said, of course, I'm recording all this on a phone, but I have noticed, especially in the last little while, that I spend way too much time on my tech. I think we probably a lot of us feel the same way. And I used to do this stuff all the time. I was a super artsy, crafty kind of person. And I used to read books for fun every single night, every single day. I haven't done either of those things in some time. So I thought it might be good to do a little tech fast as well. It's not strict. It's just I wanted to incorporate a little bit more hands-on back into my life. There's a lot of glitter on my floor. Okay, round number two for sprinkles. I keep calling them sprinkles, but they're sparkles. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure I was supposed to leave space for the buttons and not cover them in glitter and glue, but I did not do that. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Pretty even all around. So we wait another 2 minutes and shake off any excess. And then we're gonna do the final coat. So the final step is sealing it with an acrylic sealer. And it says it was only needing one coat, but I think I'm probably gonna let it dry and give it a couple coats. But I'm not gonna bore you with those details. You'll get the idea. Here we go. Ooh, shiny. Be sure to get every side. Okay, we're gonna let it dry and I'll show you the finished product.